Hello. This is Ebony. I'm back doing an energy reading for Libra placements. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Current energies. Spirit. What's going on with Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Current energies. If you're new here, I read intuitively. My reading is not gender nor sexuality specific. I read the energies of masculine and feminine. I'm doing a Black Friday sale to launch my new website, Energy Exchange Wellness. So I'm gonna discount some services. The information for that will be at the bottom of this video. Alright. If you would like to request a personal reading, that will be in the description, as well as the launch of my website, Black Friday sale. Manifest your miracle. Head in the clouds. 4424. So we have 8. We have 6 here, Libra. Manifest your miracle. What do you want? What is this for Libra? Decide. I'm hearing somebody say, I have a hard time fucking deciding and I just need to decide. What do you want? It reminds me of Living Single, the voice that I'm trying to do. When their house got broken into and somebody that was when Regine had moved to wherever she was at, that she was calling the Veranda des Soleil or whatever. Anyway, if you watch Living Single, you know Regine. So she was screening the knocks at the door because she was out of her element. We're going to call it that. But I just feel like that spirit asking and clarify this in the physical for Libra placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Reverse the current energies. I feel like that spirit asking you, Libra, what do you want? Like, decide. But you know you need to decide too. You be back and forth, topsy-turvy. But I feel like the evidence is there. Then we have, because with the 44 equating to an 8, this can be abundant, this could be karmic, right? It's going to be what it's going to be. Whether you decide or not, that's still a decision. At least you want to get ahead of the game. If you already know it's going to be some uncomfortable shit, get ahead of the game. You could plan like, okay, I know I'm going to be uncomfortable. And when I'm uncomfortable, I need this. Or I need to be able to do this. Or I like to be this way. Like, figure it out. So you can sit in it and manifest your miracle, boo-boo. Right? Some of y'all know this is due to some healing you got to do. But you just trying to do everything but that. Head in the clouds. Very much air energy. Libra sign. What is this for Libra? It's giving information age, right? You could have Aries placements, or was that Scorpio? But it was something to do with the King of Swords in whoever video it is. It's giving information age in terms of you got a lot of unnecessary information. 2 things could be true, 3 things, 4, 5, 6. You got a lot of unnecessary information that you are using as a crutch to avoid and intellectualize this work that needs to be done so you can manifest. You already know you can have it. You know you deserve it. You don't necessarily know what it's going to take, but you know if you do the work, but there's a fear. There's a, I don't want to do it alone. Okay, I want somebody to help me. I want friends around me. When you do a journey of self to connect to your purpose, to manifest, whatever it is, clarify this in the physical for Libra placement. That is a solo journey. Some people may be on your journey here and there, but a lot of people aren't meant to be on your journey side by side, 24/7, 365, however long it takes, right? There will be moments, because there are moments where you need to go into hermit mode, Virgo energy, go into hangman mode, and like reflect on your own, by your lonesome. You know, because you processing this unnecessary information to avoid. And it's just like, you bullshitting. Stop bullshitting. You know, some of y'all need that fire under your ass, right? Knucklehead energy, right? This guy told me yeah, it's due to some heartbreak. You're still hurting, you're still smarting. There's still a deep wound, heartbreak, suffering, grief, emotional pain, sorrow, hurt, divorce, loss, depression. This would do well. I offer this service on my website. It's called Karmic Love and Soul Alchemy. You would do well with that service. It's a signature service of mine, but this is something, these are deep wounds. Like, the wound could happen on the surface, but it's resonating so deep because it's giving bloodline trauma. So I get it, but you need to ask for some help. You need to go outside. You need to seek help. You know, you need to see, well, what can I do? You know, it may be a thing where you don't have the currency. You could offer bartering, you know. As much information you can contain and be aware of and recall to memory. You got some resources in there too. You got some options in there too. You got some, you know, proposals. You got some ways of being to help you navigate and address this with help if needed, right? As far as like wanting your friends to support, I feel like that'll happen when it happens. Like, it won't always be a journey with somebody there with you, but this is deep work. If your friends haven't did the work, they can't do nothing but listen to you vent. And venting helps to a certain extent, but you want to get this done. Like, you know, I feel like you just feel like I want more, and I feel like, you know, healing can help you get that, right? Even though there is some fear, you don't want to do it alone. You have options. These wounds are very fucking deep. Okay, so we still on this card. I was trying to go to the head in the clouds, this unnecessary information you got, but we not. And we got all air energy with this 3 of Swords and this 10 of Swords, and then head in the clouds. Like, bro, the star energy, some wish fulfillment needs to come in, right? But I feel like some of this hurt that's on the surface that is resonating with your deep lineage, bloodline trauma, you thought that was what you manifested. You thought it was your wish. You know, you thought that was your person, that was your situation, this was your purpose. Like, you know, however it's resonating with you. You thought it was, right? But like I said, healing needs to come, and you're aware of that. You see all these stars on this card, and the star card represents healing, right? But you got 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords. You definitely need some healing, right? But I feel like some of y'all waiting for somebody to come back around, and you could just ask for help. You know, you could just ask for help. I feel like you know places and people to go to that can help you with this. Some of y'all feel like you're not ready to be judged, but is it a judgment or is it an assessment? Because I know with me being a Virgo, a lot of people, when they talk to me, not clients, but, you know, associates and friends, when they talk to me, I've been told, especially from fire signs that I can remember, they tell me, you know, oh, well, you being judgmental. Is it judgmental, or is it an astute assessment? I mean, I don't do nothing but repeat the truth back to you. You know, if you telling me this, I'm going to take what you said and summarize it. Like, you know, but you feeling some kind of way because you feeling vulnerable anyway in it. So it's just like, now I'm judging. No, I'm not judging. Right? So I just feel like your perception of being judged, what does that even matter on both hands, right? The perception that you would be judged and the times that you were judged, but everybody doesn't judge you. That's part of the fear, right? But I'm asking, what does the judgment matter? Because you've been judged anyway. you, your bloodline, all of this, you're still going to be judged. It's just, no matter what you do. Since we call it a judgment, because like I said, at times it's a very astute assessment. But when you're vulnerable, you don't feel it as that. You just feel it like, oh, you're just going to cut me deep. You already laying here cut than a motherfucker. So people like, oh, well, I don't want people pouring salt in my cuts. Ain't nobody pouring salt in your shit. You pouring salt in your shit by not tending to these wounds. And using these options and utilizing, I should say, not use. Utilizing these options to help you help yourself. You know, some people got a problem with the messenger, but they definitely need the message. It's sustenance. It's medicine. I mean, you can either get on board with this in your own time, or there's going to be a deterioration. Head in the clouds here. Emperor. Aries energy. Yeah, you want that fire. It's giving knucklehead vibes. I said this in this video where the guy was like, I think I segued. I might have said it in the other video, an Aries video. But on my healing journey, the guy told me, like, sis, I feel like you're supposed to work with the knuckleheads. The hard-headed, the this. And then, you know, I reflect on that a lot. But then I realized myself that I have been a motherfucking knucklehead. Like, hard-head, like, okay, I know what to do, but I don't feel like doing it. So, I resonate deeply, but it's really leadership. You know, some of y'all want somebody to tell you what to do. Maybe that's your kink, or maybe that's just what's needed, but also sometimes when you are beginning on the journey, autopilot comes in and you do need direction. You just have to trust that it's in alignment. You know, for the times that you have to rely outside of yourself. Because I've been times where I couldn't trust. Like, you know, I was going through, excuse me. I don't know if it was like, the other card came out, Knight of Swords in reverse. This is restlessness. Right? Impulsive, unfocused, burnt out, no direction, disregard of consequences. Yeah, because you're processing too much information, unnecessary information, and you want leadership and guidance, but you have to have it over yourself. You have to have somewhat discernment. But in the times on my journey where I wasn't alone, right, and I was questioning, because I was going through I feel like in certain sense, some call it spiritual psychosis, but I was seeing several doctors at the time, you know, for mental health as well as physical health. And, you know, or can you understand, my doctor, you know, once I described to her what was going on, and based off of me coming in regularly, they concluded like, oh, okay, you sound like you was a little bit delirious. Because when I was at the hospital, they were trying to tell me I was, what was it? Bipolar schizophrenic. So, and they had diagnosed this other black girl that was there with that too. But then when I came home and told both my doctors, they looking at me like, girl, what? Don't you believe that shit? And basically that's what they both said in so many words professionally. One of them was like, I'm going to send you I'm going to put this in writing. I'm going to see this in writing. This is the book. And this is, do you see, like, you know, this ain't what we've been talking about. We've been here for a minute. But anyway, there's some fear, right? You know, for those times, like, you know, now we're autopilot. You need guidance. You need direction. You know, you need somebody that you can trust outside of yourself. But the thing is to trust yourself, and because I feel like you have resources or people in mind, right? So trust it and just go ask for help. Utilize the resources, right? Trust it, right? Because right now, you need this guidance, you need this direction in the meantime, in between time, until you can get back to that autonomy over self and your thoughts, right? And decipher and decide. You know, or can you understand? Because this is just restlessness here. This is restlessness. This is a mental burnout as well as energetic burnout. But It's to do with this. These wounds. And I feel like this surface wound you really ain't even addressed. Anything else here? You really ain't even addressed this. It's resonating deeply with the root chakra trauma, right? Where your ancestors were, denoted by the color red. But you haven't even addressed the surface wound, the Three of Swords, the betrayal, the heartbreak, right? You're pursuing other opportunities. New love. What's the outcome of that? When you know you need to be healing. Okay. Divine partnership. Okay, so you're pursuing new love. But this is not, this is love outside of yourself. Divine partnership. Is this the outcome? Okay, so this isn't necessarily the outcome here. This is a goal of this new love, right? But what's the outcome when Libra knows they need to heal this and they want to heal it? Knight of Cups. This is a proposal to self. So however you do it, whether you take the long road or the short road, pursuing other options, this is your goal. You're still going to end back where you are now with the proposal of self. Because I'm giving like you're offering something to yourself, creativity. And maybe that's when you're ready after this, working on this here, this, or trying to offer, seek out new love to get this goal here, this ultimate fulfillment, this Ten of Cups, right? Yeah. Natural leader. I just feel like maybe this is a part of your process with this King of Wands here. So close this out. I feel like this journey, or the road that you're taking is teaching you kind of how to be your own fire, how to be your own, get this shit done, bring balance to yourself, partnership within you. So it may be a roundabout way, you know, that you're doing it by seeking love. I mean, because some people heal via hurt. I mean, I can resonate with that some of my deepest healing, you know, especially this journey to self and purpose. Some of my deepest healing here came out of the deepest hurt that I have felt, you know, for myself, and then reflecting on my bloodlines, right? So this could be the way you heal, all right? But there's still something in terms of a decision that we were talking about, you know. So maybe that's it. Maybe you need to decide, are you going to do it your way and go through the love and relationships, or are you going to ask for help, right? Or maybe you need to get a reading to figure out which is best for you. But either way, you're coming back to yourself. You'll be all good. Or at least this stage of healing would be evolved, done, completed, so you can get to this here in the tangible. All right, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And then also, if you would like to request a personal reading, that information will be below, as well as my website of launching my new website and the Black Friday sale. Thank you, Libra.